allow K Solo to introduce herself.
Oh, okay. So I'm K Solo. If you guys don't know, I originally hosted Music Review Monday. On Facebook. I've had a few podcasts. Oh, I got to go back to my resume in my mind. 11th and Underground with D30 Radio. I also had Pop's Living Room with Airstrike Radio. I co-hosted with DJ Stone on Hot 100 Columbus. That's no longer around. I don't know what happened to that. I've also hosted showcases. But my main lane is really reviewing music, working with independent artists. I've been off the scene. If you guys paying attention to the storyline, I kind of fell off last year. You know, things happen. Had to get my life together and I really rock my ass back up in here. So, turn up. I have a new show that I'm getting ready to come out with called Press Play with K. I'm working on maybe a second podcast, but I'm not sure yet. And what else I have? Oh, I'm starting my own music group.
Oh yeah,
it's called Amethyst Wolf Music Group. So yeah, and I'm be basically the same thing that I was already doing, marketing, promoting, doing drops for different businesses. And that's my podcast and produce. Well, I got a producer on my team already, so yeah. Shout out to Thyler, that's one of my producers. Yeah. We all working in it. I ain't gonna say he mine because it's like a joint venture, but he dope.
Tell him to drop a plug.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So my handle on Facebook is KSolo, KYSOLO. And my Instagram is getting ready to change, but it's K_solo_reviews. So y'all can follow me on there. I've been dropping some hip-hop news you can use lately. And basically creating some dialogue. So y'all check me out.
You like you're pretty deep in the music game. What got you started?
I started about... what year we in? 2020, Lord, about 13 years ago. And I ain't gonna say I started. I actually learned the game back then. That's when B.O.B. He kind of like made it was like his debut in the industry. So I was around him a lot. Shout out to Playboy Trey. He was also one of my mentors as well. This is around the time also that TJ Chapman still manages him to this day, but I was around them. So it was basically like just sitting in the studio, soaking up the game. I've helped with skits. I've helped write verses. Nobody know I had a hidden talent. But I mean, and going to different showcases, and I learned about, independent artists way back then when they was doing it at Club Crucial.
Right.
I used to go there. So that's kind of where my heart I kind of fucked with this, but I never knew like what my niche in the industry was going to be.
Right.
And then fast forward to 2007, then I meet Ray Baker here in Columbus, and I'm just like, look, I don't know what I'm trying to do, but
So that's when we got the music review, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had Marquise Wineglass, and he was like, well, listen to this, tell me what you think. So I was like, okay, and I told him, and he was like, you should write that. So I was like, okay. So I wrote it. And then I got good feedback off of it. And then I wrote like maybe 2 more reviews. I did a producer review. I did BG on the Track. He's one of my originals, so shout out to BG on the Track.
Hey, Big Gunny.
Show Chase.
Big Gunny.
Him, Royal Rain, Darren Callie, her and her husband. I did one on, who else did I do one on, a review on? I did one on Mohan Griffin. I did one on C. Ali with Cho Chase as well. Right. And then I birthed Music Review Monday like a month after that. And that shit took off. Like when I tell y'all, man. I really wasn't prepared. Like, I was just like, okay, we just gonna go live and do this shit on live. And then it was like, boom, everybody like, oh shit, let me send you my music, girl. And I'm like, oh, okay. But I mean, the downside of it was because I'm it's kind of like me putting my face out there.
Right.
And I'm kind of like a little hermit. Like I know a lot of people know me, but I love being by myself and alone. I'm a Pisces. I can't, But so a lot of backlash came from it because it's like I'm new on the scene. Motherfuckers don't know me. So they're just like, what the fuck is this bitch? Like, and what you mean you ain't like my music? So, but what it did was it built me. Like, I never let anything anybody said about me break me. And I tell anybody not to toot my own horn, but I made it popular to hustle while you pregnant before Cardi B did, baby. If y'all saw K Solo when I was pregnant with Journey, I was out here, like I was doing shows, big ass belly. The day that I had my daughter, I did a photo shoot. And then I went to the hospital right after that to have her. Like,
that's dope.
So, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm, like, deep in the game because, when you stay gone, you got to, like, basically pay catch up in, like, a short period of time. So that's basically what I've been doing behind the scenes and then still trying to keep my audience engaged.
That's
so,
dope.
yeah.
That's dope. Okay. What you got for Jill?
I feel it. Okay. So, with everything that you've been through in your lifetime up to this point, if you could tell your younger self one thing or give her one piece of advice, what would it be and why?
Bitch, grind just like that. Because I'm always like, I'm very family oriented.
Right.
So like all my life, I'm like, oh, I just gotta be in love. I need a boyfriend. And that was always my downfall. I always wanted to be with a boyfriend, be in a relationship. I had to be in love, and that set me back from where I feel like I should be at this age. But at the same time, because I wanted to be in love all the time, so to say, it actually built me because I had to grow up a little bit faster, you know, because I got married at 22. I had my first baby at 22, and I mean that sounds old to some people, but to me, the way I saw my life path going, that was early as fuck. Like I was like, man, I wasn't having no kids. I was damn near now. Was supposed to be my first child. Actually, I said 35, so I would definitely tell that bitch to grind because she was grinding in. I mean, I always kept 2 jobs. I had a good job at 19, but it was just I had to have a boyfriend. Boys are the devil.
Oh, yes, they are.
Little boys are the devil. Shout out to Bobby
daughter.
Boucher mama.
That's what I'm trying to tell my
Bobby Boucher
daughter.
mama. Little boys are the devil.
Mama say boys are the devil. That's right, man.
My mama said.
My mama said.
Alligators are on the way because it got all them teeth and no toothbrush.
And that's the end of the show. So
Oh, y'all
I'm just gonna play the music, man. The show's over.
All right, so I'm
Exactly.
I'm gonna get my 2 questions out the way, and we're gonna wrap this up. Okay, my first question to you are: you hold many titles and many hats, right?
Yes.
You just named off. Now, out of those titles that you have, which one is your favorite, and then which one made you work the hardest for?
My favorite is definitely being a personality, as y'all can see. I like to talk. I like to be myself. Like since I was little, I always said I don't want to work for no goddamn body because they want me to be here at this certain time. You can't dress like that. Why did you come? I ain't got time for this shit.
Ain't it,
Let me be who the fuck I'm the best worker on your team.
Ain't it,
let me
man?
do what I'm trying to do over here.
Ain't it, man?
But anyways, so yeah, but the thing that I like doing the most is definitely like being a personality because like I said, I get to relate with people, and then I'm one of those people. I want people to be comfortable around me. That's why when I walked in here, I was just like, hey, you know, just like y'all know I cuss a lot, nigga.
Ain't it,
I'm
man?
goddamn be myself, but that would be that would be one thing. I say one of my greatest challenges. It makes me work the hardest. I would have to say doing a podcast because I do everything by myself. I'm my own producer. I'm my own writer. I'm my own content creator. I have to find my own equipment. I have to fund my own self.
Wow.
I work a full-time job. And then I was working a full-time job and I had kids. I still had to do homework. And then I had to do Music Review Monday at 9 o'clock. And I had challenged myself at that time to also write reviews. Remember, I was writing reviews the same Monday I was doing my show. So I would have to write my reviews, have that done by 7:30 before the show started. And then make sure all my show is in line for the night. Do my show. For them 4 hours, and then right after my show over, I have to review the footage. This is what I have to do. This me, judging myself. I have to review my own footage, and then by the time I go to sleep, I got 2 hours to wake up for the next day to go back to work. So I would say like just being my own podcast personality, like that shit is a fucking job.
That's dope. That's dope.
Job.
We're gonna lighten the mood up before we close it out, right? So I got a series of questions I'm gonna ask you, right? So the first one is you get sent on vacation for 1 year, right?
Ooh.
To any place that you want to go. But here's the catch to being on this vacation, and you have to pick. You have to choose one in each category. You get one book, you get one album, and one movie to watch while you're on this island. What would it be?
Ooh.
But you're on vacation for a year, but it's the only 3 pieces of entertainment you get.
Year.
You know what? The first thing that popped in my head was Dubai. But then me and my accounting background, I said, bitch, you ain't got no money for all this shit. So I was just like, I thought of Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii.
Right.
So, and you know, I'm a Pisces. I love water. So that's why I would want to be around water. But a book, I just read, it's been a minute since I read a book, to be honest with you. I don't know, though. I would probably say the autobiography of Malcolm X. Because my dad's read that book. I watched the movies. My dad has had numerous conversations with me about it. But
Right.
one thing my dad also taught me is do your own research. And I've never
Right.
read that book.
Right.
And I've been actually having a lot of discussions about Malcolm X and the movement and Muslims and, you know.
Right.
So I think that'd be a good book to read because for one,
is.
it's long and I have a year, you know.
It ain't that
Hey,
long.
man.
It's not that long.
It's not?
No, not for you. You probably could read it for somebody that don't read that
But
much.
see, but when I do read something I'm interested in, it don't take me long to read it.
Yeah, I think
it's just
probably
like,
about 150 pages.
Oh yeah, I read that shit in a day.
It's
I'll
not
just
bad.
read it over and over until I get it. But
It's a
the
good read.
album that I would it would definitely, I'm thinking Kendrick Lamar.
Ooh.
Section 80.
Yeah, man.
Section 80.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
I could live with that.
I could listen to that over and over and over. Especially Poor Man's Dream. That's my favorite song.
And then one movie.
Oh shit, what's love got to do with it?
Hey, that's it there.
Eat the motherfucking cake, bitch. No, just playing.
All right, so the last question is,
Whoa. Whoa.
Said
That's
it was
it,
so
y'all.
much
Show's over.
conviction.
That's how you said it.
if you can put anything else, just one thing, what would it be? And if you had any superpower, what would it be and what would you use it for?
I feel like I have a greater influence on black kids. So, you know, being a math teacher, you know, everybody, you use math every day, number one. And then number two, I just love numbers. I've always been that way. So I like teaching people how to figure out
Right.
different ways to do equations and shit
Right.
like that. But being a math teacher, like I said, you know, I have that influence on the black youth. So I can use my outlet as a teacher to say, hey, I got an after school program if y'all want to learn how to do podcasts, you know, to keep y'all ass off the street.
Ain't it, man?
Matter of fact, if your mama tripping, call me. I'll come pick you up. We go get something to eat for
Ain't
a
it,
little
man?
bit. So, but that's something that I'm actually working towards. Not right now, but it is definitely on my vision board. So I know it's gonna come to fruition. If I could have one superpower, I already got a superpower. I'm a fucking ninja. I keep trying
Ain't
to
it, man?
tell people that shit. Like, God damn, when y'all gonna figure out I'm a fucking ninja? And I was just like,
Ain't it, man?
but if I could have one superpower, I think it'll be control water.
And what would you do with it?
I fuck some shit up. What? Look, what you say about my mama? All right, hey, make it rain.
I love it, man.
But no, it would probably be the control water. I like that. See, a lot of people know about the new Airbender, and I'm like, nah, bitch, you should have been on Nickelodeon back in the
Facts.
day. That's the last Airbender, nigga. Okay,
Facts.
that is where I was just always fascinated with how you could be in water. So I was just like, yeah, like that.
That's
That
dope.
would, yeah.
That's dope.
And that's probably what my goofy ass to be doing. But like, you got a whole superpower. You can control water, nigga. I'm over here trying to make shakes with this shit. Like,
ready.
Y'all
and
make
tell
sure
your daddy to call me.
K, you dropped all your social media stuff, right?
Yeah.
I did, but I can do it one
Do it
more
one
time.
more
do
time.
one more time for
All
us.
right. Facebook is KAYSOLO, and on Instagram it is KAY_solo_reviews.
Hey.
With an S. Okay. And y'all daddy owe me some money, so I'm finna come check some pockets. When
Oh,
I'm done.
man.
No, just playing.
That's a way to end the show.
Run 'em.
That escalated quickly.
Run
them
them pockets,
pockets.
son.